Weird squirming living Lovecraftian nightmare on our lawn chair this morning. Got a video of it moving? Here. Is that meat in the center? It's some fleshy larvae-ish thing, probably. What is this thing? Found it clearing out my great-grandfather's loft. MG42, an MG that can fire 1200 RPM, I think. Yeah, someone linked an auction to a more complete one that was estimated to sell for $40,000 to $60,000. You should probably try to find the rest, but even that main part there is crazy valuable. Definitely don't take it to the police. Thanks, solved. Is this tube full of balls in the wall in a home built in the mid-90s? It's a termite indicator. So I'm just going on how it looks like it's set up here. It appears that the attractant, aka the thing the termites wanna eat, is a wood/cellulose stick that props up the balls, with the green ball being visible to the homeowner. In the presence of termites, they will be all over that delicious wood rod and will eat the shit out of it. This will cause the collapse of the wood rod, leading to the dropping of the balls that it was propping up. The green ball then falls out of view and would be indicative of a termite infestation. Found in my dad's room, really hoping it's not a sex thing. It goes over shoes to give grip on ice. It's Yak Tracks. I used to use them at work to give you more traction. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. What is this phenomenon? Why is the pond so clear and blue? Calcium-rich water will do this. There are springs like this in Florida. Pretty cool and thorough explanation of how the ponds, springs, and sinkholes form. Skip down to from aquifer to spring for the interesting stuff. Also, Costa Rica is famous for its blue rivers, and nothing can compare to the unique celeste color of the water here. The waters of a blue river are infused with magical minerals from the volcanic activity deep under the Rincon de la Vieja turning the river a special effervescent blue that must be seen in person to believe. My guess is the Blue Water Lagoon in Myanmar. All the comments here are just speculating without providing proof. You cannot reliably tell what exact mineral is responsible without knowing where the picture was taken. The first step would be to find out where it was taken. Has it right? It's definitely the Blue Water Lagoon near Iwan Nan in Shan State, Myanmar. Here's an article about it. Given that there's also a famous limestone cave nearby in Pandaya, the blue color is probably due to calcium carbonate from limestone. My brother found this missile in the woods in Tennessee. Kinda looks like an honest John short-range ballistic missile, but honestly, I highly doubt that a live one just lays around. But just to make sure, contact your local authorities, even though it probably is just a dummy. Solved. There was a military high school called the DeBerry Academy in the area. The missile used to be mounted on a plinth outside a building called Ivy Hall. Pick for proof. More than likely it's the same missile. Kinda sad to see it unceremoniously dumped in the woods like that. Perhaps someone should let the FB alumni group know, which is where I found the pic. Ivy Hall appears to also be associated to a school called the Baxter Seminary. Not sure of the connection there. It seems like there was a fire and the buildings torn were down some time ago, replaced by the current Cornerstone Elementary. Solved. That's gotta be it. Thanks for uploading the pic as well. What is this lizard? It bit me on a beach in Naples, Florida. Looks like a Cuban night anole. I second this and can say with at least 99% certainty that it is a Cuban night anole. The encounter happened on a fence at the edge of the beach near some trees. Looks like a green anole, I think, but I'm not too sure. The bite started to tingle a little bit, but the feeling is gone now. Just wondering if I should be worried. I safely grabbed him for the picture and release him back without hurting him. If you clean the area, even if the skin is broken, your immune system, if normal, will fight any bacteria, the most likely of which is Salmonella. Rabies is not carried by reptiles. Do monitor the area and see a physician if you are concerned, or see an unusual reaction. Saw this meme and now I'm curious. Dental assistant here. This stuff is called alginate. It's made from seaweed. Fun fact. It takes an average of 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes to set up. It's used for so many different procedures. Ask your dentist assistant if they can give you some topical anesthetic to rub around the back/roof of your mouth, then swallow before they take your impressions. It makes the gagging sensation disappear if you breathe through your nose. Hope this takes someone's anger away. I saw the same look in the hygienist's eyes after I threw up on us both. I had told her I always throw up when getting mouth molds, but didn't believe me. Now she knows. This was found by a cleaner hidden under my dresser in my bedroom. She told me very discreetly about this, which has me concerned. I've tried to Google it to no avail. Please help. Link in comments with all angles. I believe I've got the exact model here. It has a red light on the side. I've a feeling it's some kind of transmitter, but it might just be the paranoia. Take this seriously. Contact law enforcement and Google ways of looking for hidden cameras. You need to take a really hard look at the people in your life right now. Do you have any suspicions of people that might want to do you wrong? An ex-lover? A creepy neighbor? Someone random you've noticed that gives you the willies? Who have you invited into your home that you don't trust? Also, keep in mind that if this device doesn't have a transmitter, this person has every intention of returning to your home to retrieve it. Protect yourself up and definitely call the police. Does the dude from your /r/creepypums post know who you are in real life? Where you live? Could be a likely suspect. Rejection is a potent motivator for insane and dangerous intrusive behavior. Don't delay taking action. Remember, the longer you hold onto it, the risk increases of your boyfriend finding out you have found it when he goes looking for it. This will lose your control over the situation. Something is growing inside of a bottle of bitter orange juice I left out in a cabinet over a year before I open it. What is it? It looks kind of like a scope, probably spelling that wrong, that you get in kombucha. What are the ingredients in the drink? Just bitter, sour, orange juice filtered and bottled by myself. It is used as a condiment and has a hell of shelf life if stored in the fridge or in contact with sunlight. Apparently dark cool cabinet was not the ideal condition for storage. It could very well be a scope then. Pretty much it looks like it's trying to ferment. Don't drink it though, because it was unintentional and could be very unsafe. What is this a reference to? Growing cannabis? Posted with the title "If you know you know." Yeah, it's referring to people growing cannabis in the loft of a house. The heat from the lights used is melting the snow. It might be a total myth, but there are stories of growers genuinely getting caught because of this. It's not just a myth, but Dutch and British police actually spot growers using thermal images shot from helicopters. The unusual heat dissipation is like a bright flare in the night. You cannot oversee it. And it's not just those two countries. Police and government forces around the world use thermal imaging helicopters or drones to locate drug farms, spotting even underground farms or single apartments in high-rise homes. I'd grow tomatoes in my attic just to screw with the police. This is a silly band, but I have no idea what animal/thing it's supposed to be. Might be turned the wrong way. The only thing I've been able to see is a dragon head if it's turned counterclockwise, but I've googled and can't find anything that looks like it. It's driving me crazy. Here are some more images. The first one is of the original photo rotated and flipped, and the second one is all the other silly bands I found. I don't think I ever traded, so if this one was included in a pack, seeing all the other silly bands might help. Some more information that could help the search. I was living in Tampa, Florida when I got this, and it was probably around 2010 to 2012. I'm 99% sure it isn't Inside Out. This is really messing my night up. I was supposed to sleep an hour ago. Instead I've spent 30 minutes look up this thing on Google and 30 minutes just staring at this picture trying to figure out what it is. Haha, I'm so sorry. I feel like I've been destroying people's mental state, but mine is just beyond repair. This image of Scrat from Ice Age appears to match the silly band's design perfectly. The face, the tail, the feet, even the elbow are all aligned. I commute to work and the guy in front of me put this up. While this was up, he was watching something on this phone and had headphones on. At one moment on phone in the suitcase seemed to turn on, displaying the Samsung Galaxy symbol. Nothing more happened. If I had to guess, they're probably recording network reception for a number of different carriers to create a coverage map, similar to those cars with a bunch of weird antennas, but more portable. Likely solved. I am going with the cell reception testing. I have zero reception during my commute. This certain route is notorious for having no reception at all. Thank you. Can anyone identify these shoes? It would help me catch my bike thief. I heard Reddit can do some magic. Looks like the sole of a Nike Air Relentless 6 trainer. I own a pair myself. Armchair forensics here. Note the inside of the print is clearer than the outside. Also the heel could be clearer. Either more pressure on the inside or wear on the outside. User could have a weird gait. Now all he has to do is to round up all Nike Air Relentless trainer owners in his city. He can just query the citywide shoe database and it will return a list of suspects. Then, conveniently, some will be too old or disabled to ride a bike, narrowing it further. He'll check them all for alibis, falsely accuse the one who won't give an alibi, but it turns out he was just embarrassed. Then, go back to the other suspects and it will turn out one's wife was covering for him, but up can flip her when he notices the husband is cheating on her. Can someone please explain what is eating the fish in this video? They are just snails. I can't tell the species for sure, but I would guess they are Nasarius. They are scavengers, and when they smell the dead fish, they pop out of the sand to eat. They will make short work of that fish. By the way, I have these in my fish tanks at home. I call them zombie snails because they awake from the soil as soon as the smell of chum hits the water. Their sense of smell is honestly impeccable. Weird fish found in garden after storm. Short-spined sea scorpion. How heavy was the storm and how close are you to the ocean? Because for a fish to end up in your yard is very strange. I believe it's possible a bird may have dropped it. I live above the cliffs. Dude, put him in water. Haha, he was dead, don't worry.